Hi everyone, it's Deborah. I want to talk about a subject that I'm very knowledgeable about, and that is the online dating, especially for us over 60 people. So you may want to take notes if you want to get a date and you don't want it to fail, okay? First thing, with your online profile, whichever one you're on, Plenty of Fish or Match or Farmers, whatever, you want to make sure the photos have been done within the last year. If your weight has drastically changed, you better do photos within the last couple weeks, okay? Do not put your grandchildren in the video because their parents may not like that. Also, don't post pictures of you leaning on a Ferrari or a Corvette if you don't own a race car. And this really is a pet peeve of mine. Get the sunglasses off. For all we know, you could be cross-eyed or missing an eye, and that has happened to me. So get the sunglasses off, and if you're taking a picture from a distance, you girls or guys, that is a big red flag, because I also dated someone with a huge wart between his eyes, and of course the picture he posted was so far away, I did not see this huge wart. So the whole date, I'm sitting there looking at his wart instead of listening to him. Okay, go see a dermatologist. All right, this is another pet peeve of mine. If you're using your vacation videos, that's going to confuse some ladies if you don't have a passport or if you have no intentions of taking her to a tropical island. So, and some of you guys are beefed up. I mean, really muscle bound. That scares a lot of us women who are not exactly as toned as you are. Also, a lot of you guys think the handlebar mustache or the huge long beard is in or sexy. Most of us in the baby boomers do not like that, unless you're a hard-nosed Harley lover, okay? Because it is proven that those long beards has a lot of E. coli in them. And I would never, ever go on a date with somebody who is not kept. I mean, who's not, clean shaven or whatever. I do like a mustache and maybe a little goatee. I like that, but not those long Civil War beards. It's just lets the women know that you're lazy. You're too lazy or you're too cheap to buy razors, okay? So, that being said, on your profile, tell the truth, because a woman never forgets anything, okay? Tell the truth. If you're not divorced yet, you just better put separated. Don't put divorced, because any decent woman's going to check that at the courthouse, right? Okay, don't lie. I dated one guy who lied 3 years on his age, and I left. I left in the middle of the date, because if you'll lie about your age, you'll lie about anything. I'm almost 65, and I don't lie on my online profile. I won't tell you which one it is. But I've been on there for about 2 weeks, and all of my pictures are current. And I put a secret word in my profile, and I put it near the end. That lets me know if the guy is sincere, he really wants to meet me, he really wants to get to know me. Only one guy out of 100 actually puts the secret word in his first response to me. If they just respond to me with a hi, they're not going to get anywhere. I'm just going to delete them, just cross them out, because they're not sincere. So it would be great if the guys did that too, because you want the girls to read all about you. And you would be surprised. Sometimes they'll say, oh yeah, I read it, but I forgot to put the secret word in. Bullshit. Just lose those guys. They're posers, okay? They're posers. Let's see. Don't put that you're financially sound. if you're not, okay? Because you may be, the girl that you want to go out with may be financially sound, and she don't want to have to date somebody or get with who doesn't even have a car or a home. I remember I went on like 3 dates with somebody, and he was living with his son. And I'm thinking, you know, he's made some mistakes in his life. We all do. And a lot of people have lost their money, especially in the big recession in 2008, or was it 2007? But you should have recovered by now, honey. It's almost 2020. You know, you've had your chance to recover from that recession. Let's see. What else can I tell you? Please don't wear Crocs. Please do not wear tennis shoes. A girl would rather see, if you've got really good looking toes, wear flip-flops if you're in a warm place, or some loafers or some nice Italian shoes. Don't go on a date with dirty tennis shoes or Crocs. I went on a date once with stilettos, and the guy had Crocs on. Let me tell you what, that was it. They say it only takes 3 seconds to know if you are sexually attractive to the person, and I thoroughly believe that. My last fiance, within 3 seconds, I knew that I was going to kiss him before the night was finished. Yeah. So, also, if you are a drug addict or an alcoholic and you do not reveal this to your date, you are going to be spinning your wheels and wasting your time. And this goes for the women too. If you have an alcohol problem, you're going to make your significant other, if it amounts to something, miserable because you were not honest up front. So, and it's perfectly okay to say that you're, you know, Mr. Bill. I think that's the term. If you're in recovery, you know, a lot of people are in recovery nowadays. So what else can I tell you? Take a picture of your home if you can, or your kitchen. Okay. A woman usually wants to see what your kitchen looks like, especially because she's going to spend a lot of time in there, right? And also, don't be late on the first date. That is a big no-no. And I had one guy bring me a whole bouquet of roses, which was really nice. But then when I tried to contact him again, he was on a RV road trip for the next 2 years. Don't waste a woman's time, and don't waste your money on something that's not going to go to fruition. So, yeah. And if you are already love bombing and giving her expensive gifts, that is going to scare her a little bit. It's okay to pay for the meal or a glass of wine or a cup of coffee. But I had one guy said he wanted to marry me on the first date, which I thought was very bizarre. He didn't even know me, you know. And he says, oh, yeah, I want to marry you. Yeah. I said, don't be that guy. And I have had a lot of people come to my place of employment, and they'll stare at me, and they'll hang around my desk and just give me this stare that scares women. Don't even ask where a woman works. I had a guy just last night ask me where I work, and I go, I don't know you, and I'm not going to tell you. Don't ask her if she's financially sound, because that is just something that you don't do. Yeah, don't ask her where she works. Don't ask her the car she drives. Don't ask her where she lives, because this is a different day and time where women especially have to be careful. And you men too, because you could be with a woman that is like in that movie Fatal Attraction. You don't want her hanging around your job or following you in your car. You see what I'm saying? So let's see. What else can we talk about? Yeah, try to wear a shirt with a collar. That helps. A lot of women like tight blue jeans, not the ones that looks like your grandpa, like in the Real McCoys. Yeah. And don't wear suspenders unless you're an attorney and you got a nice suit on, but do not wear suspenders. No, that's not sexy. I think the sexiest thing a guy could wear is a blazer, like a dark blue blazer with just, I think it's like the, what's that show? that was popular in the 70s. Oh, it was in Miami, and they wore the pastel jackets. God, now I forget. He was married to Melanie Griffith. That look is very sexy. But of course, you're not going to wear pastels in the winter. So get a dark blue blazer and just a nice shirt that contrasts, and a pair of blue jeans. That is great. Keep that jewelry, that big hunk of gold off your neck, because when I see that, I go, he can't pay for dinner, but he's got this $500 necklace around his neck. It also lets women know that you're a player too. And you girls, I would not expose too many of them puppies. No, because then he's going to think that, you know, your side job is a stripper at the nearest bar. Yeah, try to dress very conservatively on the first date, especially. And let's see, I think I've covered almost everything. Yeah. And don't contact a girl if she's 6 states away. You're wasting your time and her time. I get probably 25 a night of people in other states, and I even put on my profile, do not contact me if you don't want to drive a long distance, or, you know, I can see an hour is okay, but if you're nowhere near her, just leave her alone. A lot of guys also will say, well, I'm willing to relocate. Well, you know what that lets me know? That you don't like where you live, and you don't like your circumstances, or you don't like your house. Most women are looking for stability. And if you're the type of guy that wants to move in with the girl, there's something array here. There's something not right with this picture. I would not want anybody moving into my house, because there's not enough room, people. There's not enough room. Okay. I think I covered enough. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you won't be, you're not violating any of these things. And believe me, these have been tested, time tested. I've been on many, many dates. I've seen it all. And please don't bring your gun on a date. I don't know. Nowadays, maybe you should, with all of the shootings going on. Yeah, but make sure, you know how to use that. But, and put some breath mints, floss those teeth. I have been on dates with the guys with that a half inch of scum on their gums, because they don't even know what a floss stick is. Women want to see somebody who's meticulous with their hygiene, and vice versa. Men want to see women who have their nails painted, and they've had a trim on their hair recently. So yeah. So bye, everyone.